Hi guys, this is Prajakta here. Welcome to JMeter Session 5. In earlier session, we have learned about parameterization. In this session, we will be covering one of the most important topics, that is correlation. Before starting with correlation, let me tell you why it is needed. Correlation basically needed for dynamic values. Sometimes it happens that some random values or characters pass in our request which are dynamic, that is changing from every login or every hit. Example, once you log in into any application, one ID, maybe security ID or session ID, will get passed for your that particular login session. For other user ID, for other user, that ID will be different. That means these dynamic values for that session ID will get passed into the login request for every login. So you need to identify such values and create regular expression for the same, so that every time during every execution it will pass that dynamic values. This is all about correlation. Now how to prepare correlation? For this we have these pre-processors and post-processors. Remember guys, those IDs or dynamic values will get from the response, and those values will be passed in the next or post request. So accordingly we have to add these processes. Now we'll see how it works. We were referring this blazedemo.com site. Here you can check. We had gone through this page where 5 buttons you can see. Okay. For every button there are some values like flight number, departure time, arrival time, and price. Now if you see price is, you can see, you can say this price is dynamic value. It can be changed on daily basis. Okay, so we will work around this price. Now let's see where this price value is getting passed in your request. In the purchase request you can see this price value. It may get changed for every login or for every button. Okay, so now we have to check in which request it is getting generated. We first run the script. You can see in purchase request the price value is actually getting passed, and in the earlier request, that is reserve request, you can see here this price value is getting generated. Okay, we have selected Paris and London for Paris and London your price will be this. Now what to do? How can we correlate these values? We have to prepare regular expression for this price syntax. Select this entire expression and prepare your regular expression for dynamic values. You can prepare here itself in JMeter. Select this regular expression checkbox and replace this value with open and close brace dot star question mark. You can write dot plus question mark. Now check if our expression is correct or not. If it is highlighted in green, then it will be correct. Our expression is correct. So copy this expression. As this value is getting generated in the reserve request, we have to select post processor in the reserve request. Why we are selecting post processor? Because the value is getting passed in the post request. It is getting generated in the reserve request and getting passed in the purchase request. So we have to select post processor in the reserve request. Now as you are working with regular expression extractor, you have to select post processor regular expression extractor and paste this regular expression here. We have to create one variable for the same. I'm writing price. Now template. As we are working with only one value in the expression, we have to write only one template. How to write template? $1. Then match number. Here you can see in the response This is one group. There are total 5 buttons, right? So the same expression is getting passed for every price value. So this is your first group where we can find price. Then this is our second group, you can say. Here also you can get this price expression. As we want our price from the first group, we will write match number 1. Then default value. If this expression does not work during execution, or if JMeter does not get our value properly, then it has to pass some default value. We can write value not found. You can write anything in the default value. So here we have created our regular expression extractor. Now we have to create this variable price in the actual request where that value is getting passed. The same way we did in the parameterization, dollar, curly brace, and our variable. Okay, so now we have defined our regular expression extractor, also passed our value. Now let's see how it executes. Run the script. Here you can see in the purchase.php request, you can find here price value, which was getting generated in the reserve request. To check our expression whether it is correct or not, or JMeter passing the value correctly or not, you can check using debug sampler. Run your script. Check the debug sampler. See, this is the price value, and our expression was this. So our correlation, our expression is correct. We add post processor in the request in which those IDs are created, that is reserve request, and pass that variable in the post request where we find the same IDs and replace those values with dollar, curly brace, and that variable. Once you create correlation for every value in the entire script, your script will be ready. In the new JMeter version, you can use correlation recorder plugin. You can add this plugin through plugin manager and select non-test fragment as BZ correlation recorder. We will see this in the next section, in the later sessions, how it will work. Till that time, keep practicing, keep studying. Thank you.
If you like this video, then please hit like and subscribe button. Thank you.